All right, guys, welcome back into Indiebnb. Today we are rejoined by the man, the myth, the legend, dude, Dynamik. Dude, we haven't talked to you since September of 2021. So what the hell's been going on?
Man, yeah, it's been a minute. Almost 2 years now. I mean, obviously, I keep in touch with you guys. You guys stay connected with me via social media. But a lot's been going on, man. Primarily just dropping music, man. Right now I'm in the midst of a year-long single release run. So I started back June 2nd. That's gonna go all the way June 2nd, 2023, all the way up into May 17th, 2024. And so what I've been doing is releasing a song every other week. Um, and I think we are 11 songs in at this point in time. So things have been progressing very nicely here.
How's the grind of that? I mean, have you found that to be a challenge, releasing a song every 2 weeks?
Well, I would say the initial push is definitely a grind. So for me, it was all like orchestrated, right? So I'm releasing a song every other week, but I've already uploaded all of those songs. Like, so those 26 songs are already like queued up, if you will.
Yeah.
And so getting all the lyrics for all of those songs and stuff together was definitely uh a whole like a thing. Also like recording and all that good stuff. Like it was a lot, like that initial push. But right now I'm kind of on autopilot. I'm trying to do the same thing as far as like scheduling uh my social media content, and just like shooting more content so I can just put it in the queue, and then I don't even have to be like, as engaged with like social media as I am currently. So that's the
Yeah. So
plan.
it seems like you got like at least some form of social media or a music video coming out with everyone. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yep.
I love it.
Wow, that's a lot of hours definitely to put in. But that social media poster is your friend. Being able to leverage that is massive. So you know obviously 11 out of 26. Like, when were these songs written, during our, as we've been away, were they written 2022 mainly, or were they things that you started in 23 and kind of crush back and we were able to record and then get them going on that June date?
Yeah, most of them probably were like 2021, 2022. Honestly, either I had started writing them in 2021 and then finished them in 22, or had started writing them in 2022 and finished them in 22, and some kind of peeled over into 23, but not too much, not too much.
Yeah, that's I mean, 26 songs is a lot to get together. We've discussed with you your process. Has that changed at all, within those 26 songs? Like, from the time that we talked to you first, you're only releasing your first bit of music in 2021 in September. So what's changed, in that writing process? I mean, obviously it's probably hopefully gotten refined and better, in
I
that.
would say I don't think the process has changed much, but I will say it does feel like easier. Like it's almost as if I can cut it off and cut it on. Like,
Mhm.
because I've done it so much. But also like just trying to challenge myself more within that process as well. So not wanting to sound the same on every song, right? So just making sure that I'm like going after different like sounds as far as like production with the producers I've been working with. A1 Devin, CK the Legend, Kevo the producer, who else? Dre Wisdom. He's one of my favorites. Dre Wisdom. He's different in a sense that it's like I can create. It's easier for me to create a different vibe with him. But the same can be said with like A1 Devin too. So like I said, just trying to be more more creative in that space, but refining it as much as I can. Like as far as like writing, if I have like a concept, it's easy. But if I'm just like freestyling, it's harder, right? So like with Scared as Fuck, like that was a legit story. So it was easy to write that song. Like I started writing it. I mean, like the whole time I knew what I wanted to say. It was just a matter of like, what type of flow do I want? Like, do I want auto tune? Do I want, you know what I mean? So like just playing around with different sounds, man. I think that's the biggest difference.
I love it. I love it. Well, perfect segue into our song Spotlight is Scared as Fuck. And I think it's a feeling that many people have had, but you kind of explained it to me, outside of one of our independent conversations. But for the listeners, the premise of Scared as Fuck, please elaborate and give us the story there.
Yeah, so I mean, long story short, it was, I'll give the short version first. It's a song about a weed brownie, my first and last weed brownie experience. And so, I'll take us back. I think that was 2017, either 2016, I think it was 2016, going into 17. So like that 2016, like Christmas break, like going into like Christmas break, like around that time. So I think, we were still playing ball at that time. I think you were at Clemson at this time, Grant.
I was gone, I think.
You left the Bears behind.
Boo.
Tomato. But yeah, so we were it was my last year of school. And one random Sunday night before practice, Sebastian walks in to the apartment saying, "Hey, bro, I got some weed brownies." Like, and we're just like, out of all people, he walks in with the idea to do like an edible, right? Because none of us, I would say, like none of us were really druggies like that. Like I smoked here and there. And I drank a lot more than I smoked. But I was like an occasional smoker. And so this was kind of like, this was different. This was a different experience, right? And so of course we're like, all right, man, whatever. I think I was on 2K, CJ was playing 2K. We may have been like online together playing before Sebastian walks in, and JB, our other roommate, he was out away getting his hair done. I think he was with his sister or something like that. But Sebastian, he's like, all right, man, I'm finna go get the brownies. I'll be back. He comes back, and we all agree, like, all right, we're not gonna eat the whole thing. We're not. We're just gonna take a piece, eat the piece, and we're just gonna chill until something happens, right? And so things didn't go according to that plan. We were like, I guess we went back to playing 2K after we had like a piece, and then we all were just like, man, fuck it, we're gonna eat the whole fucking brownie. And so this isn't like one brownie that we're splitting between people. This is all of us eating 3 whole brownies. Mind you, I don't even like brownies to begin with. I hate brownies. And so from there, he also had something lined up for us too. Like we went to the lacrosse girls' house that night, at the new loft. Like I think it was loft 5, phase 5, something like that. The one right across from the bridge, right? And so, we're getting dressed, we're going out, we're getting ready for that. And I started drinking a little bit, and it's not too cold outside, but it's kind of breezy, not too cold. So, got a coat on, walking over there. We get there to the party, and no, we get there like before like it actually turns into a party. And so, we're just politicking, shooting the shit with the girls there, And I met one girl that night, that turned out to be like a really cool girl, and she like stayed in contact with us for a while, like after that night. like up until we graduated. And we were having a conversation, me, her, and I think CJ, really all of us. And before I knew anything, I was just laughing hysterically. Like laughing hysterically. And I mean, like like I said, we got there and nobody was there. I started laughing while nobody was there and was still laughing when it was actually a party. Like, so I clearly have lost touch with like reality at this point, right? And so from there, we're hanging out, and then like shit, we got practice the next morning, so we leave. And so we're headed back. And you know, by this time, like the weed brownie has really, really set in. Like that was where all that laughter had come from, right? Like that shit had kicked in like with a force. And at that moment, I was just super happy, like very just angelic, and just full of fucking laughter. And so, you know, we were walking back to the garden apartments, and you know, reality just starts to set in. Like, not only do we suck at football, but we have practice in the morning, and I have graduate school work that I have not even, like, it's due Monday, that I hadn't even started. Bro, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. And so reality just starts to set in, man. And also like personally, my grandmother was on her deathbed. Like it was just like all of like the happiness, like I guess all of that left when we left the party. And so walking back into reality, like, damn, we got to get up in the morning, and shit just really starts to sink in. And man, before I know anything, we're back in the apartment, and I'm just pacing back and forth in the apartment in just my underwear.
Good God. Well, a lot to unpack there. Obviously, everyone makes the same mistake that you make, which is, man, I'm not feeling anything. Let's just go ahead and eat the whole thing.
Just eat it.
Which is cardinal rule number one. You know, you don't do that with a lot of different things, but especially an edible. But goodness gracious, I mean, I'm having anxiety thinking about that walk back to the apartment and standing there. So I can see where your inspiration comes from. Now, when you're writing the song, did you just remember the night? Do you remember, you know, the feeling at the time whenever you got back to the apartment? Is that whenever the, you know, inspo for you struck, you know, many years later, or where did the inspiration strike to tell the story in the way you did?
Yeah, it was definitely once we got back to the apartment, man. Like, because you know, I'll be honest, man. Like, I went into like a pretty deep depression after that weed brownie. Like, um, and I think it was just like the perfect storm. Like, I had for a majority of my life had always been, and you guys know me. I'm always upbeat. I'm always positive. And so I think with that came suppressing, like, you know, when I'm angry or when I'm mad, like negative feelings, right? And so it was just in that moment where like they were at the forefront. It wasn't like I couldn't shake the feeling of the sadness. I couldn't shake the sadness, right? Um, and what I think what really inspired the song, though, like in addition to just like that depression and me being able to, you know, overcome that, it was the conversation that I had with JB. And it really, because JB had got back to the apartment by the time we got back. And it really wasn't even a conversation. I was just in my head. Again, standing there. By this time, I'm like looking in my my textbook, not reading anything. Like I could barely see straight, and I'm like trying to look in my, like, do work, right? And I'm just like, man, it's over with for me, bro. Like this is the end of me. Like this is the end of Sabi. Like this is what I'm saying. Like just constantly saying, like at the end of the song, it's over. It's all over, bro. I'm scared. I'm scared. It's all up. Like I was literally like, man, like just frantic. And I kept saying it's over, and JB was standing at my door, and he was just like, man, what if it's just the beginning?
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
I could see
You know?
JB saying that, man.
and like it just, obviously it didn't cure my depression. Like I went on to be depressed for a little while there, but I always kept that thought in my mind, like, man, this is like a commencement, if you will. It's like the end of something. Like, football was about to be over. Like it wasn't going to be a part of my life anymore. That had been something that I used to be a gateway for, most of my life, just sports in general. It was a gateway for me. And so I didn't have to face the music the way I was facing it in that moment. And, just from that point on. And so it was the end of, what was, but the beginning of what was going to be. You know what I'm saying? And so ultimately it was up to me to fight my way back to being myself, but also in the process understand, like, man, it's okay to be fucking upset.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you don't have to fake the funk. Like, if you're upset about something or something doesn't sit right with you, it's okay to express that. You don't have to fight it. You know what I mean? And so that's where the inspiration came from, man. For sure.
I love that. And again, like being able to be like, what if it's just the beginning? I mean, that is so just perfectly timed in
Yes.
that moment. I mean, I can picture it.
And I could tell that, like looking back on it, it's just like JB had been there before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, again, going back to, me having to overcome that myself ultimately, but at the same time, I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
As alone and afraid as I felt in that moment, I wasn't.
Yeah.
So no, it was beautiful, definitely poetic the way he was like just standing there and said that.
JB, the guardian angel, man. I
For
mean, out of
real,
nowhere.
man. For real.
Oh man, what a time. Well, I mean, I think yeah, go ahead, Tash.
I was just saying to our listeners, if you knew Sebastian, the story would be even funnier to you, just because I can see him walking in with it too, glasses on, smiling ear to ear, and then the night just taking a bad turn for Sabi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely took a bad turn.
I want to. Oh my God! But like I think those are the kinds of moments that make great music. Those kinds of experiences like that, and I think the best thing about your style and a lot of your songs is the storytelling and being able to tell a story through words and through music. Not many can do that, so again, I commend you for that. And I want to talk through, you recently were on a radio spot. You did something, on the with some folks. So talk me through that. What was that like? What was the the occasion to get you on the radio? And always good to get some airplay. Like, let's go. What
For sure. No, so yeah, that situation came about via Instagram. I saw she had, radio station. I reached out to her, just to see, if I can come, fellowship with her. And so, we worked that out. And yeah, Tampa Mystic is a very, very, very like-minded individual. Like she's very similar when it comes to just like the drive, the discipline, and just the, anything I put my mind to, I can do type like attitude or person. And so, it was a great opportunity to just, not only get some radio spin, but also again tell my story like the way I'm doing with you guys, but for it to also connect with her, you know what I'm saying? So that was a great opportunity. Very thankful that she allowed me that space, that time. And I'm looking forward to doing more things like that. I think she has a podcast as well. So I think it's called Industry's Most Wanted. She invited me back to that too. So you guys can look forward to that as well. That be on the lookout for that. I think that's in December. I think we're doing that December 11th. So yeah, stay tuned, man. More to come.
Love it. I love it. Well, I think you've done some live sets since we last spoke. So I think the last time we talked, we were like, hey, like, what's it going to be like? Now I can ask you, what was it like? And talk to me about your live set. Talk to me about, what went into the preparation there. And when, do you have dates coming up? What's the scoop there?
Yeah, so I would definitely say I'm a lot more confident now than I was when I initially started out. Still trying to get over like the cotton mouth thing. Still haven't, like, I can legitimately drink a gallon of water before I go on, but by the time I'm done performing, I have cotton mouth, and I guess it's just the nerves. But so still trying to work through that. But I would say the biggest thing, if I had to give advice to any up and coming artists, I mean, I'm up and coming myself, but anybody that's trying to get started, if you will, rehearse, 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 rehearse. And I say that because once it becomes muscle memory, even if you're like just nervous as all hell, that muscle memory is going to kick in for you. You've done it enough times so where like your body just takes over. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're in front of like a large group of people, you're not used to that. Definitely want to rehearse. And I feel like, that's helped me out a lot. Just putting in that time, even if it's just, 30 minutes before or an hour before, a day before, it doesn't matter. Just getting those repetitions in, getting in front of a mirror, introducing yourself, telling people where they can find you, and then introducing the song. You know what I'm saying? It sounds simple, right? But when you get up in front of 100 people, it's like, yikes. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I would say for any people trying to get into music and performing and things like that. As far as dates, I'm actually performing tomorrow at Bonfire ATL. I think it's I forget the name of the brewery, but gonna be doing a set there, 2 songs, and entering like the little competition they have to get called onto like their big stage or whatever. So yeah, shout out to Bonfire ATL. Looking forward to fellowshipping with them tomorrow. Also have an event with Tampa Mystic and her business partner, Bigger Rankin. I think it's December 22nd. So that's going to be another live performance from Dude Dynamik. And yeah, I think that's it for the most part. At least right now, I don't have anything else lined up performance wise. Just trying to use those situations though to network, and obviously grow my fan base, and just get in the right rooms with people just to keep finding my way.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Well, find my way. One of my favorite Dude Dynamik songs. So if anybody, wants to look that one up as well, that's another classic from him. It is, I was featured on my most recent Instagram post. So if anybody's, interested in that, like, I think it's such a great, life compass, life event soundtrack. So if anyone's looking for that, it's out there. Take it up. It's on the Instagram. Use it. But that's awesome, man. We got you got some dates coming up. I like your rehearsal. Sentiment. Tash, not a big fan of the rehearsal thing when it comes to live stuff. He kind of likes to do it
He's
live.
a gunslinger. He can shoot from the hip.
He's a gunslinger. I'm more on the like live side of, we did that thing up at Smith's, and like we were hosting that show, and I was like, man, what do we got planned? Like, what are we doing? He's like, bro, we're just gonna do it. I'm like, what do you mean we're just gonna fucking like, I'm like, I don't have the muscle memory. I'm not in front of 100 people all the time. Tash and the boys, he's got that confidence. I can't replicate it. The guy's amazing. But And I love that advice. You know, I'm a big rehearsal guy as well. Say it out loud before you have to say it, you know, in person. That's good.
Grant loves a good walkthrough, man.
He's a walkthrough guy.
He's a big walkthrough guy.
Yeah. I want to see it and smell it before it happens, you know.
Friday night, he's a Friday night walkthrough guy.
Oh
Yeah.
man, loves it.
Locked in all the time.
Belly full, go straight to walkthrough, you know.
Love that.
Good times.
Love that. Well, you know what we'll do, we'll close out here. We're going to run the Pete Peterson party pack of questions. You know, we've probably tightened it up since September 2021. So maybe a couple different questions in here, maybe some new information out there that would change your opinion on some things. I'm excited. We're going to run through it quickly. Pete Peterson's the party pack of questions with the man, Dude Dynamik, starting right now. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Salad or soup?
Soup.
Sunrise or sunset? What are you seeing more of?
Sunrise for sure. Sunrise for sure.
I like it. Would you rather hit a home run or score a touchdown?
Damn. That's a good one. Touchdown.
That's it right there. Night in or night out? What are you doing more of these days?
Definitely nights in.
I like it. Robot or the worm? When you go to your favorite party, which dance move are you more likely to break out?
Robot.
He's a robot. All right. Guac or queso at your favorite Mexican spot?
Damn, that is tough. Man, nothing like a good queso, like appetizer with your chips. But like if you got a guac that's like nice, fresh, like a Chipotle guac. I love Chipotle's guac. I'm gonna go queso, man. Go queso.
All right. He's taking the cheese. Don't take the cheese, dude. Come on. It's a classic Mitch Doolittle for you for some you know, real deep cut there. Waffles or pancakes, though?
Pancakes.
All right. Coffee or tea with your pancakes?
Tea. I'm a
All
tea
right.
guy.
Big tea guy. All right. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
All right. We need more dogs. Are you more like a ninja or a pirate?
Dang. Never had that one. Ninja or pirate? I'm gonna go ninja.
Hey, he moves
I can
fast.
get in stealth mode. You know what I mean?
I like it. I like it. Gatorade or Powerade? No, they don't.
Gatorade.
Way,
Gotta go with the Gatorade.
Gatorade. All right. We like it. Toast or bagels?
Is this with like a what do you call those things? Like spread or not?
Here? No, I mean either one.
I'm gonna go bagel with a nice jalapeno spread. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. A little spice in your morning. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Chips or pretzels?
Chips, easy. That's too easy.
Okay. Fries or tots?
That's a tough one. I'll probably go tots.
All right.
Go tots.
All right.
Not guy.
When you sit down after a long day of creating content and creating music, what are you more likely to watch? A TV show or a movie?
Definitely a TV show. I hate movies. Movies always make me feel like my day is over. Like if you watch a movie at night, it's like after that you have to go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like a TV show, you can wait. You can, maybe you'll fall asleep during the TV show, wake up at the end of it, but like it's still like there's something else to come after that. You know what I mean? Unless you're done with the TV show. But movies is just it's finite, right? Like once it's over, it's over. So yeah, I probably go TV show.
There's a finality to a movie.
Yeah.
Are aliens real?
I mean, I guess the kids are saying they're real, man. I guess they are. I don't know. I think the question isn't whether or not they're real, it's if they're a distraction or not. And I think they are a distraction from
Yeah.
something bigger.
Wow.
Get the tinfoil hats out.
Oh my God. My mind is blown. Scared AF2 is going to be about your first alien like experience. I think that's the only second part to that song you can make. But
Looking forward to it. Whenever I run into an alien, man, I'm definitely gonna ask him about his experience in the world, the universe.
And if he's ever had a pot brownie.
100%. Is Bigfoot real?
Probably.
Okay. Love at first sight, Cy. Can it happen for anybody? Can it happen for me?
Nah.
There's no
I
such
mean,
thing.
you could love the way someone looks at first sight, but actually love them? Nah.
So
Okay.
just to clarify, that's for everyone, not just no for Grant.
Yeah, that's for everyone.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that.
That doesn't mean there isn't hope for you, Grant. It's just not like that. Like, you got to be more realistic. You know what I mean?
I'm just hopeless.
Even if it was love at first sight, like eventually the love kind of subsides and it becomes, job almost, maybe, kind of. So like the love isn't gonna always be there. I say that to say the love isn't gonna always be there. So if you have that foundation of, actually being friends with that person, then you good.
Yeah, that's fair. And final question of Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. What bands or rappers or just artists or general creative people that we ought to check out that we don't know about right now?
I have been on Kenny Mason. I think he's from Atlanta. He actually has a song. He's like pretty big now. He has a record deal or whatever. But he actually has a song with A1 Devin. A1 Devin produced a song for him. I would love to do a song with him. He has a song called what is the name of the song? Man, drawing a blank. Shell. Shell is the name of the song. Go listen to that song and tell me, and if you can come back and tell me you're not inspired, I'll eat my hat. And then I also listened to Tizo Touchdown's most recent album. I think it's called How Do You Sleep at Night? I think both of you guys would actually love him. Like actually love Tizo Touchdown. He's black, but he has like a punk like sound. But it's like a modern day punk. And so like he can really sing, but he could also rap too. And it's not like he's a true artist. Like you can give him a concept and he can come up with a great song just based off of like, all right, I want you to rap about Monday. You know what I mean? And he'll go crazy. You know what I mean? So those are two artists that I would suggest at this point in time.
All right, I got Tinny Mason and Tizo Touchdown. Need to listen to Shell by Tinny Mason. Come back to Cy. If we're uninspired, he gets to eat some hats. And then we obviously
It's Kenny with a K. Like, oh my God, you killed Kenny.
Kenny Mason.
Yes.
I thought you said Tinny Mason. And I'm like, Tinae, like Tina? Like
Kenny. Kenny.
Kenny Mason. All right. Kenny Mason, not Tinny Mason. Cheese and crackers, Grant. And Tizo Touchdown.
Yep.
How Do You Sleep at Night?
Yep. Album. Nice album.
All right. We got the Rex, folks. That's been Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. Tash, wrap us up here. Let's put this thing on a little bow.
Dude, Dynamik, Cy Brown, you're one of our oldest friends that's been on this show. We've known you, hell, what, 11 years now? It's always a blast to have you on here. It's been fun following your artistry as it continues to grow. And you're welcome back on this show anytime, man. Anytime.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys, just giving me the opportunity to fellowship with you guys, and I look forward to growing with you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll all be making some money off these things.
For sure.
We'll look back at this episode and episode what was it, 31 from 2 years ago, and we'll I don't know.
We'll do something.
Eat another weed brownie.
Yeah. We'll all eat a weed
A
brownie.
celebratory weed brownie. Once we make it.
And Sebastian's not invited.
No, not even close. Nope, no chance.
Well, Si, man, it's been a blast having you on, and everybody go check them out on Spotify, everywhere else, Instagram, Dude Not Damn It.
Everywhere you listen to music, man. Anywhere you listen to music.
Check them out, and we'll see you around, Si.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, y'all take care.